James's video blog number 3. Last week I asked people if they had the time and the care factor to send in questions for me to answer. So let's go through some of them now. Jabomako Striker, fair enough. Jabomako Striker sent in, how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Now this, of course, depends on, well, A, the size of the woodchuck, B, the sex of the woodchuck, because everyone knows that women are stronger, and 3, whether or not the woodchuck is actually sexually active, because if he is, who needs to chuck wood? And if he's not, then he's trying to impress the lady woodchucks by chucking as much wood as he can. So those are pretty much the big 3 factors. But let's just assume you've got a regular woodchuck who will chuck wood if he wants to. Let's just assume that. I've been searching the internet and doing mountains of research and equations to try and work out the perfect way to describe how much wood a woodchuck could chuck if said woodchuck could chuck the aforementioned wood. I've come up with an equation, which will be up here. W plus I times by C equals the amount of wood. Now, W stands for wood, and wood is apparently based by scientists on some stupid website, equals 61 units, apparently. I don't know if that's true, that's what it said. So wood, W equals 61. I is if, which means if the woodchuck could chuck wood, or if the woodchuck wants to chuck wood. So this can be measured as a 0, a 1, or a 2. 0 being that he will not chuck wood, 1 being that he can chuck wood but doesn't want to chuck wood, and 2 being that he will chuck as much wood as he can. So we're going to take 2 and put that in the equation right now. Then, so once you've got that, you've got the 61 plus the 2. After that, the times by C. The C equals Chuck Norris, because apparently anything with the word chuck in it has to include Chuck Norris, and everybody knows that Chuck Norris equals 1.1, apparently. So that equals 61 plus 2 times 1.1, which equals 69.3 units of wood per day. Now, to work out how much he will do in a week, you just times that by 7. How much he will do in a month, you times it by 30, or 29, 28, or 31, depending on the month you want him to chuck wood with, and then 365 per year. So that's how much wood a woodchuck can chuck on an average day. Of course, the thing can vary up and down depending on how much wood the woodchuck wants to chuck. So that's a rough generalization for you there, Jabomako Striker. I hope that helped. I hope now you do have a rough understanding as to how much wood a woodchuck can chuck if a woodchuck decides to chuck wood. I will be going through some more questions. If you have any other questions, feel free to send them. Maybe they'll be a bit more better than this one, because I've kind of just rambled off shit. Anyway, thanks for listening to James's video blog. Stay tuned for more. I'm going to try and do another one in the next few days with another question that I got. So stay tuned, and until then, see ya.